Yo, I'm here with Alfred Worrell, senior, going into a senior season at Morgan State University. He's going to be their top shooting guard. Been working with me about 4 years now, going on 4 years, and made tremendous progress in this game. Obviously, a lot of stuff to work on, but he's made great progress. Working day by day, man, just stacking days, getting in the gym every day, calling me every day, like, yo, let's get it. That's the work that a lot of these kids don't have, especially at this level. Been through the fire, for real.
Yep.
JUCO, prep school, JUCO, even in high school, prep school, JUCO twice, and now he's where he wants to be, where he's back home, playing at Morgan State, and this year is a big year for him. Introduce yourself a little bit more, man.
Well, like Big Rod said, my name is Alfred Worrell, guard at Morgan State University. I would probably just say, the way me and Rod kind of just been going at it these last 4 years has been like a great 4 years for me. The way my game my game tremendously just changed over the last 4 years is kind of just different. I feel like I'm a completely new basketball player, mentally and physically. What Rod brings out of me is some things that I sometimes can't bring out myself, just being able to push me to another level where I'm not even able to, at times not be able to get out myself. So I just feel like on that side of part, Rod has just been like a bigger brother to me these last couple of years. It's more than just a basketball trainer. We hang out, we eat together, we be chilling, and he trains me. So I would just say like these last couple of years have been great. And now just, being able to just see me get to the place where I wanted to be this whole entire time, I feel like it's a blessing. Just like what he said, just been knowing Rod since prep school. It's been a grind for me. I played at a prep school on a B team, didn't get recruited. Played at a junior college in Texas, didn't get recruited. It took me a couple of years, just to be able to really, get that chance to be able to get recruited. I played at Southern Miss this past year, which I had a solid, good year coming off the bench. So I would probably say the things that we've been doing moving forward this summer has really, really been just working on my game, just learning how to do other things, which I'm going to be in a completely new situation and a better situation for myself.
Yeah, man. Chipchasin Hoops Academy is not just basketball, man. It's about reaching tangible goals, whatever those are. Obviously, ours is through basketball. For those who don't know what chipchasing means, that's what it means. Chipchasing means reaching those tangible goals. It could be getting your mom a house. It could be getting a new job. It could be going out the country for the first time, or signing to a team on any sport. But it could be anything. It's different, from person to person. We mentor. Once we get our gym, man, we're gonna be tutoring, mentoring, physical therapy, everything, yoga, all that stuff, man. That's athletes need all of it. You know what I'm saying? Especially the mentoring part, psychological part. Somebody to talk to, have a safe space. Safe space is important when you're in sports, because day to day you got to keep on grinding. Sometimes you don't got nobody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Nobody to spit at, like, yo, I need help, or I need to talk. I need to get this off my chest. People going through different situations in life. It's important for having somebody to talk to, man. It's somebody that understands the day-to-day struggles that we go through as human beings.
And I would kind of touch on that, just the stuff I've been through these last 4 years. Me and Rod was, I almost talked to him almost every day when I was out of school, in another state. I was in 4 different states the last 4 years. I was in Massachusetts, I was in Texas, I was in Illinois and Mississippi. So just being able to go through so much adversity, no matter what level I was at, and just having somebody that I know that's not my mom or not my dad, just a person on the outside that can relate to me, that sees me every day, that knows what I'm about, that knows what I'm capable of doing, to still install that confidence with me, and just being able to just keep going and never gave up on me when people stopped training me, and kind of just didn't think I was going to be some. Rob would still pick me up in the morning, still drop me off. We would still work out at night, so it didn't matter what situation I was in. It's Rob been knowing me since I was at a prep school at B team. For me to be able to be at a Division I situation, he really was able to see the grind that I've been through. So it's not just about chasing names or this and that. No, I just feel like just being able to build a personal relationship with somebody that's with you for who you are as an individual. Like the basketball can stop bouncing today, and we will still be running these steps 10, 15 years from now, just because of a situation of a basketball. And I would just say that it's a blessing, meeting him. And yeah, man, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, man. Adversity. We talked about a little bit of adversity. When we run these steps, adversity hits. We run 20. We try to get 20 steps every time we come here. You know what I'm saying? And adversity hits at 5. Our legs is done. Mine is like, yo, I can't do 5. Last time we came here, I was like, bro, I can only do 10. But I pushed it out. He pushed me. I pushed him. And we got to that 20. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you need people like that around you. If it wasn't this, let's do it right here. I need to get back in shape. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in shape now because of him. You know what I'm saying? I put in the work too. He put in the work on his own, but we both push each other. The iron sharpens. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? All through sports. You know what I'm saying? All through sports. That's how sports goes, man. You build relationships with people for life. You know what I'm saying? This is for life thing. You know what I'm saying? So for the young dudes, what would you say for the young dudes when adversity hits, man?
I would probably just say you got to be able to just be consistent. I feel like people fail to realize of consistency, and what I realized over the last couple of years is obviously God is first, and a lot of people forget about that. God is first. If you have faith in God, you will understand, sometimes God will put you in a situation because he feel like
strong enough.
You're strong enough, and he'll feel like you can go through it. I was supposed to go to Morgan State 2 years ago, and they didn't take me. They told me that I could be a walk-on, and I was kind of bitter about it, but I feel like God told me that it wasn't my time to be there yet. And now I'm in a situation where it's a way better situation than where I was going to be at before. So I will probably just say that when adversity kicks in, you just got to keep grinding. I know it's easy to say, and a lot of people say it, but it's so simple. You got to just put your head down and grind, and just understand that you're going to get out that cave. You're going to get out that cave regardless. So yeah, man. These last couple of years, it's going to be adversity no matter where you go at in life. So that's what I'll probably say.
Yeah, man. Watch out for Alfred. Alfred Worrell, look him up. Morgan State. He's gonna be wearing the big one. Playing Georgetown. That's where we're at right now. That's where we're gonna be at. November 5th. November 5th. Capital One. Look out for him. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there front row. Peace.